What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Chris, and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. Oh, hit new game. Cut that out. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Chris, and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. Ignore that. Guys, if you're new around here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. It does help out the channel. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers, and I can't do this without you guys, so please, if you would go on to enjoy this video, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button as well, and let's get on with it. Let's see. Another day passes, and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Chris. Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to you being in a club is all. Here we go with me not being able to read again. I see. Maybe I do need to join a literature club. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. I kind of agree. Speaking of which, I'm kind of hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No. That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Why that all of a sudden? No reason, really. Just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch to get it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets the contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and wanted an excuse to walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so, that only leaves one option. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. Eh? I didn't notice she was listening in. Her face is always in her books. I wasn't listening or anything. I was just something in my book. Yuri? Tell Chris to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. Yuri. Yuri. Why does this game keep calling me out? That's not fair. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed in my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think of that. You're right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the revolution. Retribution. That. Still, coming from you, Sayori, I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club even before she told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. God dang. Yeah. Ow. What was... A cookie! Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is it a miracle? Is it because I paid my restitution? Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you. Then I heard you blab about the cupcakes, and I was told I was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki! That's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. I don't know if I've ever hugged my food. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Sayori suddenly clasped her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot, just over one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Ah, yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez, beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Ah, jeez. Oh, jeez, Rick. I get it. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Oh. Sayori suddenly leans down to take a bite of Nat. You bitch. Who takes a bite out of somebody else's cookie? Hey! Did you seriously do that? Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. You. Why? Yuri and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid. That sounds like a quote from Pokemon. Monika. Monika, can you tell Sayori? Eh? Natsuki glances around. Monika isn't in the club room. Ugh. Where's Monika anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. Hope she is okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she's, I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. I don't know about that. Well, that's true. Excuse me? Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. I forgot what voice I gave her. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worrying me or anything. Eh? Monika chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. But boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monika quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. That makes no sense though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it, since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music at all, Monika. Well, I don't really. Just kind of started recently. Always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool! You should play something for us, Monika. That's... Monika looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. I always look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Chris. Oh. Monika smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I'd really love the chance to share it once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So, I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I chose to leave Sayori's mischievous escapades. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. Looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri's back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Chris! Sayori suddenly comes up to me. I'm gonna go get some supplies from another classroom. Wanna come with me? Supplies? What for? Well, you know the festival is coming up. Me and Monika were gonna make some posters and stuff. So I need to find some crayons and markers and glue sticks. I see. Sure, I'll go with you. Yay! Okay, Monika, we'll be back soon. Are you going with Chris to get the supplies? There's no need to trouble yourself. I'd be happy to go with him. Oh, but I wanted to go. It's so much fun exploring empty classrooms and stuff. Okay. It was just a suggestion. See if you can find a poster paper too, okay? Okay. Ready, Chris? Yeah, let's go. I wonder if that's like the first... This is like the first inclination that Monika is into you. I mean, it seems like every girl's into you, which is also very weird, but I think that's like the first... Like, real... Like, today is the first real inclination that Monika's kind of into you. Especially when the whole boyfriend comment comes up. She's like... Stares directly at you. It's like... I'm not your internet boyfriend, come on. Sayori and I exit the club room. I follow behind as Sayori hums and skips around the hallway. Honestly, feels like I'm taking a kid to the mall or something. Sayori finds pleasure in the simplest things sometimes. I agree, though. I also find the pleasure in simplest things. It's very weird. Hey, Sayori. What exactly are we doing for the festival anyway? I'm not sure how you would make an event out of it. Literature? Me and Monika have it all planned out. Don't you worry. Is that so? Yep. We're gonna do a poetry performance. A performance? Of what kind? Well, everyone's gonna take turns on stage and recite their favorite poems. Ah, that sounds kind of dull. Chris, you're not thinking about it the right way at all. It's not just about reading poems, it's about performing them. Like, you say the lines of the poem like, between my feet, the last remaining flower beckons to me. I twist the stem, freeing it from its climbing roots, caressing the final joyous moment between my fingers. What ends have I summoned this joy? For now, when I look in every direction, the once prosperous field before me is but a barren wasteland. Like that! Sayori? How do I put this? I'm sure it's just me, but it's impossible for me to take you seriously when you talk like that. You meanie! I'm working super hard on this, you know. Ah, I know. I just meant that it's pretty unordinary contrast to your usual cute self. Don't say that, it's embarrassing. But I guess that means I'm doing a good job. Yeah, I guess so. I'm so excited. The festival is going to be so much fun. Sayori spins herself around in the hallway again. Hey Chris, the classroom's over here is empty. Let's begin the mission. The mission, eh? It's been a long time since I've spent time with Sayori like this, but in the end, she hasn't changed one bit. It's nothing but a ball of sunshine. Drawing happy vibes from around... Oh, man. It's a pretty nostalgic feeling for me. The years went by. I began to hold myself up in my room more and more. Stop. So going on adventure with Sayori brings a special sort of feeling I forgot I had in me. The two of us enter the classroom. Sayori heads straight to the closet, and I follow. Let's see what we have in here. Crayons? Sayori pulls out a box of crayons from the shelf. They're the best brand, too. Crayola. They're kind of dirty, though. Sayori starts pulling various crayons out of the box, reading the color names. Alright, that's one down. Don't get distracted, we still need to find... Wait, I'm looking for my favorite color. Fine. Then at least move aside so I can look for a poster paper. I dropped one by accident. Yeah! Sayori bends over and smacks her forehead right on the shelf. She falls on the floor and the crayons spill all over her lap. Ow. You okay? My forehead. Sayori clutches her forehead. Geez, Sayori. That's just like you, isn't it? Come on, let's see. Since Sayori is sitting on the floor, I grab her by the waist and pull her out of the closet. You have to move your hands, Sayori. But it hurts. Just do it for a second. Oh, she's so adorable. Sayori slowly releases her hands from her forehead. Gently brush her bangs to the side. Ow. Sorry. There's a huge red mark in the center of her forehead. A bump is starting to form as well. Man, that's gonna swell up. I should find you some ice. Chris? Where would I even find ice around this time? Guess a cold drink would do. You don't have to. I'm fine with looking like a unicorn. Even wincing from the pain, Sayori makes a silly joke. I joke about pain all the time. Anyway, what are you saying? I'll be right back, okay? Oh, okay. I pat Sayori on the shoulder and run into the hallway. I locate the nearest vending machine. What should I get? It doesn't really matter since it'll be used as an ice pack rather than it's a drink. But I know Sayori likes apple juice, so I purchased that one. In just a moment, I'm already returning to the classroom where I left Sayori. She has one palm on her forehead and is using the other hand to clumsily scoop the crayons back into the box. At least they were already in the wrong spots before I spilled them. Sayori, here. I hand Sayori a bottle of apple juice. It's nice and cold. Sayori opens the cap and starts drinking from it. Sayori, what are you doing? It's for your forehead, idiot. Ah, sorry, I forgot. How hard did you hit your head? Sayori placed the bottle against the bump on her head. It stings. Just bear with it, it'll feel better soon. Looks like you cleaned up most of the crayons, so that's good. Hey, Chris. This kind of reminds me of growing up, doesn't it? Yeah, what do you mean? You know, how we used to play outside all the time? I would always try to keep up with you, but you were kind of oblivious in some ways. Like, I usually fell behind or had trouble climbing on things you did, but sometimes when I tried to do things, I couldn't, I would just get myself hurt. I'd fall and scrape myself or get a bump, and when I would start crying really hard, you would rush over as quick as you could. You would try really hard to get me to stop crying. It was almost like you blamed yourself, and you were afraid of getting in trouble if someone found out. Even though it really wasn't your fault at all, you know. Did I really do that? Yeah, don't you remember? Come to think of it, maybe I do remember a bit. But I guess I always focused on my games. I didn't pay enough attention to you. So in a way, it was my fault. Kind of like this time, too. If I wasn't rushing you out of the closet, you probably wouldn't have hit your head. Chris, I don't think you realize it, but you're always thinking about other people. Even after all these years. You're rushing to help me, even though I'm just being clumsy. You're really a sweetheart. Don't call me that, please. I don't need this right now. And I don't really do this kind of thing all the time. I guess when it comes to you, it just feels natural. Before I even know it, I'm treating you like that. I guess that's what happens when you've been friends for so long. Really? Maybe you're right. Chris, I'm so glad that nothing's changed between us. Do you think that it'd be like this forever? Forever? If I'm honest to myself, there's no telling where we'll each end up for college or after that. So it wouldn't be fair to make any promises. But, well, I hope so. It's been this long already, right? I can't imagine you ever changing, so my hopes are up. I'm so happy. Suri has a whimsical expression in her eyes. We remain silent for a moment. She's so silly and clumsy on the outside that when I see her deep in thought like this, it makes me not want to disturb her. I guess we should get back. I don't want to worry Monika, you know. Good luck with that. She's gonna see your forehead either way. Not if I hide it under my bangs. Suri hops to her feet. Aha! She clutches her forehead again. Don't stand up so fast after hurting yourself. Oh. Well, I guess it's too late now. Anyway, let's go. Oh, finally, some cheery music. I follow Sayori out of the classroom. Sayori plays with her bangs, and I try to hide the bump, without much success. In a moment, we make it back to the club room. Ah, you're back. Good timing, I was just ready to start sharing our poems. Sayori, your forehead. She's fine, don't worry about it. I was playing with crayons and smacked my forehead on the shelf. Well, anyway, were you able to find everything we need? Uh-huh, I have it right here. Sayori frantically glances around herself. I forgot all the stuff. Calm down, Sayori. I have it all right here. I found the post-it paper, too. Aha! Sounds like you ended up doing all the work, Chris. Well, Sayori. I failed to come up with an excuse for Sayori. I made it an adventure. Yeah, that. Aha, okay. In any case, good work. I'll start working on the posters tonight. Me too! Okay, everyone. Are you ready to share your poems? Guess I should grab mine. And to make sure the crayon box is closed tightly, I return to my seat. Poem time. Who should I share my poem with? Always. Always, Sayori. Chris, I really love your poems. I can't believe you've been hiding these from me. I'm not hiding anything. But your poems are so good. Yesterday's and this one too. You can't tell me you haven't done this before. I mean, you're really the only one who feels that way, so... No way! Not even Natsuki? Well, I guess Natsuki is the least likely to admit how much she likes something, but I don't think that's it. What do you mean? Well, I guess I'll be honest about it. It's a lot easier to write poems when I'm thinking about you. What? Stop thinking weird things, idiot. I just mean that you're a really expressive person, I guess. How am I supposed to write poems about my own stupid life? But you somehow make everything in your life an adventure. Even the little things. Like cooking. Let's not talk about that. So yeah. I guess what I'm saying is that I feel more feelings through you than I can through myself. Damn it. We have that kind of weird connection. It's your fault for getting in my business all the time. I don't know if I understand. You never understand when I try to explain to you, do you, Sayori? Sayori, wow. Pat Sayori's head. Hey, I'm not a kid, you know. Are you sure about that? Maybe. Sayori starts fiddling with her pencil between her hands. Hey, Chris. Will you give me your poem? I kind of want to keep it. Huh? Why? Because, well, it's the first time you've written something for me. Sure, you completely misunderstood. I didn't write this for you. Are you even listening anymore? Whatever. I'll give it to you when we get home. Really? Ah! I broke my pencil. Sayori hastily bends down to pick up the piece she dropped. But being inattentive to her surroundings, she bumps right into me. So sorry. It's fine, it's fine. I'll get it for you. I bend down and pick up the broken pencil. Sayori clutches the desk beside her to support herself, knees shaking. I'm a little clumsy today. Let's sit down, Sayori. Yeah. I grab Sayori's arm and help her sit. Anyway, I still haven't read your poem. Oh, sorry, I forgot about that. Well, it's not as good as yours. Jeez, don't worry. I'm sure I'll like it. Bottles. I pop up my scout like the lid of a cookie jar. It's a secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine, all rubbing together like the bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck out one. It's warm and tingly, but there is no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in a bottle, all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Oh god. This is very long. Scrolling. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle, starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friends feel a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friends after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering secrets hiding in nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off the bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done, I open up, and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull all of them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something. But all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Holy crap. Sarah, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was going to write the best poem ever? Yeah, but, I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monika taught me a whole lot. And I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is that it came out good, and you should be proud of it. Aw, thanks. I feel like it was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? Hope you keep it. Yeah, writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. Sayori always has a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times, but seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Who should I write show my poem to next? Let's go to Monika. Hi again, Chris. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. Give my poem to Monika. Alright, it's pretty good. Makes me think of Sayori, like the other one that you wrote. The other two are like the dynamic duo. Or you two are like the dynamic duo. Yeah, that's fair. That's kind of exaggerating it. Yeah, probably. But you do spend a lot of time with her, even in this club, don't you? Then again, I don't blame you for being a little shy. I'm not shy, it's just... I'm just teasing. I know it takes a little bit more time to make friends with everyone. But Yuri and Natsuki are super interesting people, so don't be afraid to give them their share of time. You can talk to me every now and then, too. I'm not, like, unapproachable or anything, am I? Oh, no, it's nothing like that. I'm just getting used to being here, that's all. Yeah, I'm sorry if I was putting pressure on you or something. I really didn't mean it like that. No, don't worry. I get what you're saying. Well, alright. But anyway, want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out. I hope you do too. Yeah, let's take a look. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating, waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent, like playing on a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust, an endless poem of meaninglessness. Load me. Weird. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. Kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how the space of your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's so hard for me to tell what it's about then. Sometimes, asking what a poem about isn't the right question. A poem can be abstract as physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monika writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. What? You never know when you might change your mind. She just told me to save the game? Weird. Or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Yeah, let's go to Yuri. Let's see what you've written for today. Well done, Chris. Your skills are already improving. Really? Thanks, Yuri. Coming from you, that means a lot. Eh? It's nothing. I'm just happy to help inspire fellow writers. I know you're new to this, so don't worry if it seems like you can't get your poem to feel perfect. You don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings. And write down the things you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable your reader to see your mind. It's a very intimate exercise. I see. That's certainly an interesting technique. Thanks for sharing. I have, well, an example of that if you'd like to read it. Of course. Is this the poem you wrote for today? Yuri nods and timidly hands me her poem. Oh, Jesus. There's a lot of reading in this one today. I think there's going to be a lot of reading in the next couple episodes, but hopefully that's okay. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed the strange tendencies as a ordinary human? What? I gave the raccoon a piece of my bread, a subconscious well aware of the consequences. Well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The exciting beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon, and urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off the cutting knife. It's the very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto a newly satisfied animal. Raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood. Classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread and feel myself again. Feed myself again. I don't know why I said feel. It's a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem's about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take face value, then I can't figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. For those sorts of things, I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So sometimes I enjoy writing about them. Why do you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing, and people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Chris? Well, I guess I do. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. Best we can do is respect each other and our individualities, even if it's difficult sometimes, and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad you're a good listener. Am I a good listener, though? Great. Here we go. Well, it's not really any worse than your last one, but I really can't say it's any better either. Whew. Huh? Phew, what? Well, anything that isn't a train wreck I'll take as a win. And I get the feeling you're probably the most critical. Hey, what makes you... Maybe that was a compliment? Glad to see someone recognizes my experience. Well then, keep practicing and maybe you'll be as good as me someday. That's, Someone tells me Natsuki has completely missed the point. Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday. You think so? Yeah, well I guess you've been friends with her for so long, you might be the one same wavelength. But you really never struck me as her type. Sayori has a type all of a sudden? Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can someone so fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around dead weight. Thanks. That's unnecessary. I hate her. But think of it this way. If it weren't for me, she would probably just fly away like letting go a balloon. You could say we take care of each other in our own way. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Ickly, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. So you're not friends with somebody just because they like spiders? I have friends that like snakes. I don't like snakes. But anyway. Although I don't mind snakes. One time, I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start liking spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. Doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. Doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if she doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. And I'm gonna tell everyone. The world is better off without spiders. Okay, look. If you like spiders, I don't care. I don't find you gross. That's very toxic. No wonder I don't like her. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think it was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies, and it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course. It's how everyone thinks of my... Doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people find out, they'll make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares if someone likes, as long as they're not hurting anyone, it makes them happy. Yeah, but your poem said otherwise. What do you mean? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Huh, that's funny. Yuri wrote about something similar today. Huh? Did you say Yuri? Yeah. She said her poem was about an unusual hobby of hers. I didn't really get it, but she said something similar to you. That people shouldn't make each other feel insecure about those things. Really? Well, I mean, Yuri's pretty weird, so I wouldn't doubt she has some weird hobbies. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's not like I would judge her or anything. Natsuki has trouble finding the words. I guess I should try not to be so mean to her. If she feels insecure about her weird behaviors and stuff, I mean, I always hate when people make me feel insecure. And Yuri made me feel insecure yesterday. But the way you put it, sounds like she's learned her lesson. Well, I would say so. Even her writing style is really different. I'm sure she'll appreciate the message in her poem. It's what I do best after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like conveying emotions is important. But I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm going to write a good one for tomorrow, so look forward to it. God, I hope so. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could just come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I really don't do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're getting it. Simple, right? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori's been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets so we can give out during the events. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Sorry. I thought I heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monika. Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting it all on the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayori, who's been coloring posters, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monika? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea. I didn't sign up for this, you know. There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never, in my life, do something like that. Imagine it. Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys. No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. I remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud for a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. I'm so sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah, it's about expressing your feelings, but intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And for those reasons why we're all in this club today, don't you want to share those with others? To inspire them to feel the same things that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if it takes that, standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you all can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monika have been trying really hard to get new members, and the last we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. Alright. Whew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I really don't have a choice. Ah, that's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way! Monika, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monika flips through her notebook a specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Monika begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her... Oh god, I clicked the button. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites in words of life. Is this something she's done before or simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monika. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monika finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monika takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monika. Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Yuri? I'll go next. What? Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. That was weird. I don't know what happened. Keeping her head down, she quickly walks away over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happened when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into sharp syllabus of fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns and a structure that she insinuates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. She's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her, bewildered even herself. It's time for me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterwards, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. Yay! Not that we didn't want to applaud her for it. We were so caught off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem in her chest and rushes back to her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Yuri hops out of her chair, cheerfully takes. This one's called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled. Sayori, it's a lot harder than I thought. How do you guys do it so easily? Try to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best way. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it seems like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it, but hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew, through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it. Good job, Sayori. Even Chris liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out very nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of this poem really nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just so embarrassing to do it in front of everyone. The next time, I'm gonna make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay. Now, who's next? Natsuki? Huh. Don't make me go before Chris. Not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Chris lower everyone's... I hate you. Natsuki. It's fine. I might as well get it over with. Well, it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel awkward. I recite my poem. I'm not exactly confident in my own writing. It's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called... What? Why are y'all looking at me like that? Because you're presenting? Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. Once she's a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down, as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes, everyone applauds. She hops back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You'd better not make me do that again. Well... Do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think that it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so I guess that's the case. You won't have much to worry about at the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard. I hope you all have an idea what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez, I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. Makes me really happy. No problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but I want to try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far. I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll be finishing plans tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait. I can do this. Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monika, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club, and impressing Monika, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you two, always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Chris, you don't have to say it. Whatever, let's go already. Chill. It's almost like I was streaming. I'll walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori has been a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori? Sorry, I was spacing out. No wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. Like, how we get to... I mean... Sayori fumbles with her words. So, let's just say one day, Yuri has to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You kind of put me on the spot here. Well... I think I would still walk home with Sayori. Sayori, you really think I would ditch you for Yuri? I think I'm kind of into Sayori, to be fair, so... eh? But, she's so beautiful and smart. Jeez. I already see her in the club every day. Besides, you always seem to really like going home together. I wouldn't just ruin that for you. You're so silly, Chris. You think about me too much sometimes. Yuri would deserve it if she wanted it, so... Sayori, I've already made up my mind. I really can't figure out sometimes. Sorry. Besides, what's the point of speculating something that's never going to happen? The conversation trails off. It's kind of weird thing for Sayori to care so much about. But I want to respect her and keep her happy too. Then again, the festival's only a few days away. Who knows what'll happen in that time. Dude. Oh, poem time. Rainbow. Romance. I'm gonna just speed through this. Extra hard thinking montage. All right. The next morning. All right, guys, we are going to leave this episode here. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying this series. And if you have, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll see you all next time. Peace!